This is an emergency broadcast, okay? Some insane, earth-shattering news has just came out about Dan Hooker. Now, Dan Hooker is the man that just lost to Benoit Saint Denis, okay? He lost to Arman Sarukian. This woman right here, posted multiple things about Dan Hooker. I'm going to show you guys everything, but we're going to start off with the main treasure trove, which is this woman's Instagram story. Her Instagram is KeekGrace from Melbourne, Australia, right? So in this video that I'm going to play after we go through her Instagram story, she claims to be Dan Hooker's side piece, right? Because we all know Dan Hooker has a wife and children. Two kids, by the way. She posted a few things on her Instagram story. Now, this woman's, whoa, hold on, my bad, I didn't mean to change the background. This woman's Instagram is a little, this is a baddie. This is a bad one, okay? No offense to Dan Hooker, but I didn't think Dan Hooker was cracking things like this, okay? Shout out to Dan, all right? Shout out to Dan Hooker. Shout out to bro, for real. So, this is apparently a side piece, one of many that we were going to go to learn about. And this is the first thing that she posts on her Instagram story. This is the guy y'all look up to. I got cheated on with a man. That's why I broke up with him. And you can already see it says kiwiswingers.co.nz. I'll make sure to get you blank and blank deep. When? 30 minutes? I'm busy tonight, I'll let you know. He says, I'll make the next time worth it. This could be taken out of context, right? This could be taken out of context. Now, while this has been going crazy for the past 10 hours, since Instagram story's been up for 10 hours, it has lit the internet on fire. It's been radio silence from Dan Hooker, which is just one, kind of leaning into the truth. But this could be taken out of context, right? Not really. Then she posts his account, which is Chill Guy AKL. It says straight male, though. Straight male. Okay, okay. Hold on. I should have, okay. All right. I need to learn how to hit pause on Instagram stories, okay, on desktop. So, it says straight male, okay? So this could be taken out of context. But then, she posts like a half picture of Dan, and it is implied that he is taking a Conor McGregor-esque picture, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, okay? This Dan Hooker leak compared to the Conor McGregor leak, Conor clears. Conor was doing Olympics level sports with his, Dan is not. Okay, Dan is. All right, we're gonna go on to the next Instagram post here, and this is his recently visited on Reddit. Okay, femboys gone wild, swingers. Okay. All right. Whoa. See, I need to learn. I literally need to learn how to pause these Instagram stories. Wait, hit pause. Thank you. All right. Dan, you couldn't have changed your password on your phone. Oh my God, Dan, this could have been so easily avoided. You could have just been a faithful man, bro, and I mean, then this wouldn't have happened anyway, right? Chat, this wouldn't have happened. I keep saying chat because I'm used to doing these videos live, but this is this had to be spoken about now. This is an emergency broadcast. Dan Hooker, please, man. All right. Even though there's nothing wrong with being any sort of sexual orientation, right? It is just Dan Hooker? That guy? I mean, I have a few, listen, all right, I'm just going to, I mean, we've seen this coming. We've seen this coming. Where is it? First of all, we've seen this coming. Okay, listen to this. You ready for this one?
Are you going to fight Petty if he loses?
I don't give a fuck about Petty Pimblett. If he wants to make it up to me, I got 9 inches he can choke on. But 9 inches he can choke on.
Yeah? 9? Okay. All right. I mean, now this is like a threat. This needs to be taken as a threat. First of all, Paddy Pimblett is probably having an amazing morning. He's probably somewhere having a fantastic day. Okay, I, like everybody else, am shocked and horrified by this news. Let's continue on with the Instagram stories. Oh my god, where's my, okay, I don't think this is bannable. This could be taken out of context too. This could be, guys, this could be taken out of context too. Free later tonight, I'll be in touch. Sweet. Your throat ready? Got a cold at Mo. Yeah? Yeah? And then she says, begging from a man in a mask, but having my 5'1" ass. That rhymes. That rhymes. Baddie as a cover-up is crazy. Hashtag live your truth. But then she also doxes Sucka12, which is the other dude's. Somebody needs to, for journalistic properties, I might need to DM this guy. For journalistic properties, I actually might have to DM this guy, okay? And we might have to figure this out. Okay, hold, give me, I'm gonna duplicate Instagram. Please don't be no crazy shit. Thank you. Hold on. I'm gonna close this. Okay, I don't want no Dan Hooker. Listen, I just seen what happened to Dan Hooker. Sucka, right? Sukka 1-2. 1-2. Oh, we have a hit. We have a direct hit. Oh my lord. Now it has no, this has no followers, no nothing. I'm editing my transform right now. Sucka12. That is the same exact username as this. Sucka12. No followers though. Maybe bro deleted his account after this came out. Which is fair. Which is fair. Okay. That's pretty fair. This is... Okay. Alright. This is where I'm going to have to edit and put like a blockade or something here. Okay. Because... Alright. This is crazy. This is Dan. And this is a different guy. 6'3" Kiwi, by the way. 6'3" Kiwi, by the way. And then also, wait a minute. Also, on the bottom, it says, he paid me a lot to shut the fuck up, y'all. Okay. 2 years with my DL. No one would suspect to look at me. And then she's like trashing him, putting pride emojis up there. What's next? Anyways, I'm hot and healing. I hope one day he can live his truth and stop abusing women physically, financially, and mentally. She's painting a picture. Okay, so now we got through these damning screenshots that she posted. I'm going to play for you guys in her own words why she did this.
What a lot of people are not understanding here is that, yes, he is married. And when I met him, I was working in the booty club. He was just like a client, like at the time. This was like 2023. And he took me out the club, Captain Save a Hoe, right? Loves that shit. He loves a OF girl. He loves a ripper. He loves Captain Save a Hoe. So yeah, he started paying for my life completely and utterly, had all his cards on my Apple Pay, paid for my rent in 2 different countries, like everything. I tried to leave this man so many fucking times, but he'd always get me back with something shiny and new. Every time he cheated on me, he'd buy me a new bag. So yes, he played up a lot.
Smart.
A lot, to the point where I had a wish list on my phone that was shared with him on iCloud. So every time he'd do something, he had to buy something off the wish list every time he cheated on me, right? And I kind of started looking on his phone every time.
Yo, fathers, please stay in your daughters' lives, because what? The dude you're with, every time he cheats on you, he just buys you something off your wish list and you're okay with that? Okay. All right.
Like trying to find a new bitch, a new problem so I could get a new bag, right? Until I found out that it was a man. When I seen the man, everything changed because like, no. And then I got abused from that. But we're not going to get into that.
But I got abused from that. Okay?
But yes, he was married. Is married. And me and her get along fine. Like, it's fine. It's like...
So, alright, so this is an approved thing from the Dan Hooker wife, okay? She gives him the green light. Maybe, okay. Hold on. I think I've broken the news. Maybe because bro's on Kiwi Swingers, it's for him and his wife. Duh. Maybe because he's on Kiwi Swingers, it's for him and his wife. Okay, now I can't really defend this one, or this one, or this one. Especially Dan. Really? Daniel. What's bro's middle? If I knew he had a middle name, I would call him that. Daniel. Really? Come on, Unc. All right. But maybe this is for him and his wife. The Swingers website. Swinging is normally like a couple thing. No? I think I cracked the case. I don't know. I feel pretty smart right now.
A lot of people, you don't really know this, but pretty much every single... There's a lot of fucking guys that if they have money and status, they'll be married and then they'll have like their girlfriend. All right? It's just the way of life. And like, it's not a way of life I would ever do again. Learned my lesson.
You sound like... I feel like she's capping. She was like, listen, I was going through her phone. I was going through his phone trying to get it back. This girl, though, by the way. Hey, Dan. You picked you up one for show. Okay? You picked yourself up one for show. No offense to Mrs. Hooker at all. Okay? But 10 out of 10 side piece. 10 out of 10 side piece. Good job, Daniel.
Shit, if you're married, never hit me up. Ever. I'm never doing that again. And also, it was a lot of convincing for me to even get to that position of dating. I was 22 when I met him. He was 34. And, like, having someone, like, pay all this money and, like, get you out of, like, what you were doing for work and, like, all these things. Like, the manipulation tactics were gorgeous. Amazing. Stunning. He ate that up. But,
he ate that
yeah,
up.
I would not recommend that. And if you want to say, oh, you were just a side piece, yes and no. But I don't think that excuses the abuse and everything that I had to go through just because of the way that the relationship is set up. Like, I don't know if you guys have traveled much around the world, but in like Muslim cultures, you can have like 3 wives.
What the fuck is she yapping about? What is she yapping about? It just seems like she loved that she was getting a bag from Dan, and they had a thing where she knew she was a side piece. She was cool with his wife, right? And whenever she found out that he was banging other broads, to just shut her stupid mouth, Dan would throw a Prada bag at her. Take the Prada bag. Take the Prada bag. Take it. So one day she's going snooping because she wants a new Prada bag, and she finds r/femboys on bro's phone, right? So Dan hits her with the allegedly, because she's saying he physically abused her, which I mean, if you told me Dan was visiting r/femboys, I would have told you are wrong. Okay, so who knows? But it's an allegation. We'll go through it.
Vietnam, 3 wives. Like, if you have enough money, you can have what you want, all right? And honestly, he's a fucking handful. Like, if I would hate to date him without him being married, because bitch, 24/7, no. And also, I want to mention there was a girl before me. He dated a girl for 3 years before me and played the fuck up on her too. And a girl before that.
Well, wait a minute. 3 might be Dan's lucky number. Okay, because 3 years with this year, 3 years with the girl before. Now she's saying he had 3 side pieces. 3 might be Dan's lucky number. 4 is my lucky number.
And now there's another girl after. Like, it's like, he is a piece of shit. I took what I could out of the situation by cheating on me with a man, kidnapping me.
Wait, what?
By cheating on me with a man, kidnapping me.
Release the Dan Hooker files. He's beating her up. Has multiple women. He's paying for her to shut up. He kidnapped her. All allegedly, by the way. Don't come after me, motherfucker. Daniel. Hold on. This one. Now hearing the kidnapped part. If I end up in a suitcase somewhere, y'all know who did it. X. What a dumb bird. She looks like a bird. This is crazy, though. Release the Dan Hooker files, bro. But
are you going to fight Petty if he loses?
I don't give a fuck about Petty Pumba. If he wants to make it up to me, I got 9 inches he can choke on. But 9 inches he can choke on.
Dan, please, man. Dan. I mean, look, come on, guys. We should have known. Guys. There were the telltale signs. The telltale signs were there. Okay, Arman Sarukian and Islam Makhachev are going to be pissed. They're going to be like, I grappled with that guy? This was good. Izzy to Dan Hooker at the gym today? Come on. That's good. Arman Sarukian wondering why Dan Hooker didn't try to stop any of his takedown attempts? Dan Hooker's comments on Instagram? Oh my god. This had to be an emergency. Okay, whoa, that was too far. That was too far. This had to be an emergency broadcast, man, because I'm not gonna lie, seeing one of the dudes that you watch and you think are cool, I always watch for bros interviews, like, I do love me Dan Hooker. Not like in a r/femboys kind of way, but I do love me some Dan Hooker, and I'm still going to go with my theory that the swingers thing was for him and his wife. Okay, I'm going to say that the swingers thing was for him and his wife. All right. I really don't know what to say anymore. I am distraught. I have been thinking about this shit I have not been thinking about femboys all day. But I have been thinking about Dan Hooker looking at femboys all day. All day. Okay? As soon as I had a moment, I knew that this emergency broadcast had to come out. I am deeply, deeply disturbed.